Hi, buddy. Russ on the West Ham Network. Hope you're all safe and well. If you're around here, where the hell have you been? But thanks for joining us. And don't forget to do all the good stuff. Subscribe, like, comment, share, all that good stuff. Anton did a bit of a show earlier this morning about have we turned a corner? We seem to be turning so many corners. Surely we're back where we started. But have we turned a corner in our season with only 9 games left? In the Premier League. But anyway, the Hammers headlines in association with the KUMB.com boys. The attention now turns to Thursday with our we travels to Gent in the conference quarterfinals first leg. And, West Ham have, we've gone into this on the back of 10 straight European wins. I believe that's some sort of record I was seeing on the UEFA website. And that's great. But obviously, we haven't necessarily played the most or the strongest teams in that run of 10. But I think Gent are going to be a different prospect. And actually, the Gent boss, Heinz van Huyzenbroek, has made a big omission about facing West Ham in the Europa Conference League quarterfinal. Speaking to UEFA on the UEFA website, he admitted he felt conflicted about being drawn against the Hammers because while it's a great spectacle for their fans, he believes West Ham were the toughest opponents left in the competition. He was quoted saying, "I was in two minds when the draw was made. Firstly, I thought the stadium would be full and the fans would be happy, but from a sporting point of view, they were the most difficult opponents we could have got. I hope the supporters will be out in force. We need them." Now, as I said, despite us winning 10 on the bounce in Europe, I think Gent's going to be a very different prospect. They have typically hit a really good run of form, just as we are about to face them. And so it's the wrong time, but right time for them, wrong time for us, maybe. Gent have lost one in their last in all the competitions since mid-February, and they've won 5 and drawn 2 of their last 7 outings, scoring an incredible 21 goals and conceding only 5 goals in that period. They're in fine form at home, particularly in 26 home games in all competitions this season. They've lost only 3, so it gives you an idea of the task on hand for West Ham. They could definitely give us a run for our money, particularly in our European venture this season. Last weekend, obviously, we beat Fulham at Craven Cottage. Gent played Union Saint Gilloise, who are second in the Belgian Pro League. At home, drew 1-1. And so Gent are currently 4th in the Belgian Pro League, which is led by our former Europa League group opponents, Genk, with Anderlecht, who are potential quarter-final opponents, currently 9th in the Belgian Pro League. So that gives you an idea of how it all pans out currently in terms of who we've played, who we've got to play, that type of thing. It's going to be a tough game, that Gent game. It's also a 5:45 kickoff, don't forget, in the UK. I just realised that now. So let's talk about the summer as well. Obviously, we've still got a lot to do this season in terms of our Premier League status and also our European adventure. But in terms of incomings, and we spoke about a few yesterday, and another one that's been linked with today is the Juventus defender Federico Gatti, with the Serie A side apparently prepared to sell the 24-year-old this summer. According to Serie B News, they claim the Italian international could well be available for around £26.5 million. Juventus viewing the figure as a standard selling price to Premier League clubs. So obviously, if they were selling to maybe within the Serie A, it would be a cheaper, but it's sort of the Premier League levy on top. Gatti has impressed for Juventus in recent weeks. It's understood the Hammers face competition from Everton for the Juventus star. He looks like a very exciting, he's 24, exciting prospect, relatively young, obviously, and has good experience already playing in Serie A. He's tough tackler, and at just 24, plenty of years to develop and improve. He's 6'3", so he imposes quite a imposing physique. I liken him to a young Craig Dawson in terms of how he plays, which I think is maybe a piece of the puzzle we've been missing since Dawson's left. That sort of just get stuck in defender. He is that type of defender. So it'd be quite interesting to see. Obviously, dependent about what division we're in, although according to the supercomputer, only a 7% chance of being relegated now. So, so particularly if we're linked to it with Everton as well, and Everton go down. Leicester, Dean Smith. Interesting. They've swapped Rodgers in for Dean Smith anyway. Let's talk about some others potential ins in the summer, and a slight nod to our Europa League campaign last year. Two Eintracht Frankfurt stars apparently wanted by West Ham are now set for free transfers in the summer after talks with both of them were cancelled, with Daichi Kamada, as you see in the picture, and Evan Ndicka. It was around this time that we knew that if we beat Lyon, we'd have played Eintracht Frankfurt in the semi-finals, and obviously we know what happened there. A feisty semi-final, fell the way of the Germans, who went on to win the competition and obviously then qualify for the Champions League. West Ham were impressed, obviously, with a number of the Frankfurt players who've been linked with the likes of, obviously, in this last summer, Philippe Kostic. We also linked with Dibrahim Sal, as well as Kamada and Ndicka. We missed out on Kostic to Juventus, but now West Ham could take a measure of revenge over our German rivals, because Eintracht Frankfurt duo have had their contract talks cancelled by the club, and are both likely to leave in the summer on a free transfer. Ndicka, for example, we are apparently one of 10 clubs interested in him in the summer. And as it's been confirmed, obviously they're not going to be signing new deals, so that will probably heighten it even more. Sport One and Blin both report that Frankfurt have withdrawn their proposed contract offers for both Ndicka and Kamada, and we're both set to leave. Both are interested. Both have obviously a number of clubs interested, as I said. Kamada, the likes of maybe Atletico Madrid, Barcelona potentially are looking at him. So it's going to be interesting to see if landing one of these or both would be massive in terms of our improvement. Kamada, particularly, I thought was a very skillful, very classy midfielder. He tore us a new one, I think, particularly in the first leg. And I think Ndicka is young, but has plenty of experience as well. But, we're one of several. And obviously, we have to secure our Premier League status first. But also, the law of European football next year could be interesting. If obviously we win the conference, we go automatically into the group stages of the Europa League as well. So, look, the wheels are still turning on the transfer rumour front, because we don't want to be securing our Premier League survival and then getting our rivals next year getting a jump on us. So that's why the rumours are still, and that's why we're doing lots of scouting. Particularly, I reported yesterday, three players we were scouting, a final pair, particularly. So that's it, my friends. As I said, keep an eye on the channel. We'll be doing all the stuff for the Gent game coming up very, very shortly with our sort of starting 11s. We do previews, all that type of stuff coming up. And take care, stay safe, stay warm, stay humble. 4-day week for us in the UK, so enjoy. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. Apologies for the broom cupboard again, but Anton's tooth hurting. He's having an emergency dentist appointment. I believe the time is 2:30. He's having his appointment. See you later. Bye-bye.